Hi, my name is Katie Brown, and today I'm going to be speaking to you about content governance. I understand you have expressed concern regarding managing the content at your college institution's website, and I want to guarantee to you that with a bit of organization and forethought, content organization is not quite as intimidating as it sounds. Before beginning your project, you must understand your audience because these are the people that you will be reaching out to with the content of your website. College websites reach out to a group of people, including prospective students, alumni, parents, current students, faculty, staff, and visitors. The content for each of these groups of people differ as they are all visiting your website for different reasons. However, determining these different groups of people before beginning to collect content for your website will help a large amount. Now, in order to govern the content of the website, you must follow a few important steps. Step 1, request. Step 2, create. Step 3, manage. And step 4, retire. Defining these steps in advance will help you make the process much easier. Step 1, the request phase. It's important to have a complete understanding of a project, and in order to do so, you must have complete ownership of the project as well as its content and business purpose, or the purpose of its use. You must also be certain to have all of the educational resources that will be needed for the project. If you do not have all of the educational resources, you will not be able to execute your project fully. It is also important to have the success criteria that you would like the content to have. This way, you can determine if the content does not reach the goal of success criteria if it should no longer exist on the website. The next step, step 2, is the create phase. In this step, you will be creating the content after you have completed the request phase. In order to create the content, you must first make sure that your process of creating is organized among the group of people that are working on it. First, determine the access of your information. If a large group of people are creating your content, there could be security issues regarding the information, so it might be important that not everyone working on the project sees certain pieces of information. Secondly, restricting the access of information can help to keep the project organized, because if you are only seeing the information you are working on, you will not be burdened by the overload of other information that others are working on. Then, assign the workflow to those who are creating the content. Using a content management system can assist with both of these tasks. The third step is to manage the content. After your content is created, you must manage it and organize it. Unlike the request and create phase, there is little day-to-day work in the content management phase. Make sure that all content is current and relevant, and that it reflects the ownership changes, if there are any. If anyone has changed roles or left the organization who is in charge of creating the content should then be reassigned to someone else in the department who will now be responsible for it. This management phase should be completed approximately every quarter, or when needed. The fourth and final step is retiring the content. It is important to make sure that you are always aware of when content becomes outdated, and at this point it should be retired. When you are in the planning process, you should predetermine when you are going to retire information. For certain purposes, it might be important to save this retired information so that you can refer back to it if needed in the future. By following these simple rules, your content will be organized, current, up-to-date, and correct. Remember that when you are working with a team, you can delegate these tasks to make them much easier to achieve. I hope that these guidelines have helped to suppress your concerns regarding content management for your college institution. Please feel free to reach me should you have any further questions at brown.catherine.ann@gmail.com. Or for further information, please refer to The Minimalist's Approach to Content Governance by John Brunswick. Thank you and have a great day.